In the vast, silent expanse of the Sahara, a feature so immense and so perfectly formed stares back at the heavens, an unblinking eye in a sea of sand. Is this merely a scar left by the planet's deep and turbulent past, or is it the final, fading footprint of a civilization that has vanished from the pages of history? Welcome to Echoes of Time, where we journey into the forgotten corners of our world to uncover the stories that lie buried beneath the dust of centuries. Today, our quest takes us to the heart of Mauritania, to a colossal geological enigma known as the Richat Structure. For decades, its concentric, almost perfectly circular rings have baffled the scientific community and ignited the imaginations of explorers and historians alike. But beyond its geological wonder, a more profound and controversial question has emerged, one that connects this remote desert anomaly to one of humanity's most enduring legends. Could this be the place that Plato called Atlantis? The story of Atlantis, as told by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, has captivated the world for over 2 millennia. It is a tale of a mighty naval power, a civilization of unparalleled sophistication and wealth, which existed in a time before our own recorded history. Plato described a magnificent city, the heart of a vast empire, organized in a series of concentric rings of land and water connected by canals and bridges. The city was said to be rich in natural resources, boasting advanced architecture and a powerful military. Situated somewhere beyond the Pillars of Hercules, the gateway to the Atlantic Ocean, Atlantis was a beacon of human achievement, but its hubris led to its downfall. In a single terrible day and night of misfortune, the city was swallowed by the earth and the sea, vanishing without a trace, leaving behind only a cautionary tale, a myth, most have believed, meant to illustrate the perils of arrogance. For centuries, the search for Atlantis has been a fruitless endeavor, a chase for a ghost city in the depths of the ocean or on the shores of distant lands. Scholars have dismissed it as pure allegory, a philosophical invention. Yet, the tale's detailed descriptions have fueled an unyielding hope that it was a real place, a lost chapter in humanity's great history. And then, as our perspective shifted from the ground to the sky, we saw it. From the vantage point of space, the Richat Structure revealed its true, breathtaking form. Spanning nearly 50 kilometers in diameter, its nested rings are impossible to mistake, an almost organic-looking bullseye etched into the barren landscape. From the ground, one would see only a series of low-lying hills and ridges, the scale being too immense to comprehend. But from above, the resemblance to Plato's fabled city is nothing short of uncanny. This striking visual parallel has fueled a compelling modern-day quest, transforming a geological curiosity into a prime candidate for the Lost City. Proponents of this theory delve into Plato's text with renewed fervor, drawing connections that they believe are too specific to be mere coincidence. The concentric rings of the Richat structure mirror the rings of land and water described in the ancient texts. Its vast size is consistent with the grand scale of a capital city that commanded an empire. And what of its location? The Sahara is now one of the most arid places on Earth, but it was not always so. Geological evidence confirms that this region was once green and fertile, crisscrossed by rivers and lakes. Ancient shorelines have been detected, suggesting this now barren expanse might have once been a water-rich coastal region, offering a plausible setting for a sophisticated naval power. The theory's advocates point to what they consider tantalizing clues. They speak of specific measurements within the structure, arguing that the diameters of the rings and the central island align remarkably well with the dimensions Plato provided when converted from ancient units of measurement. They highlight the presence of various types of rock and minerals within the structure, potentially corresponding to the diverse natural resources Plato claimed were abundant in Atlantis. Some even point to satellite imagery, suggesting potential evidence of human alteration within the formation, lines and patterns that seem too straight, too deliberate to be entirely natural. They argue that we are looking at the foundational layout of a city, scoured and eroded by a cataclysm and the subsequent millennia of wind and sand, but a human creation nonetheless. However, the world of mainstream geology offers a firm and far less fantastical explanation. Scientists identify the Richat Structure not as a lost city, but as a deeply eroded domal uplift, a natural geological formation with absolutely no connection to ancient human activity. The story they tell is one of immense, slow-acting terrestrial forces. It began around 100 million years ago, when molten rock from deep within the Earth pushed upward, creating a massive dome-shaped blister in the planet's crust. This process, known as an uplift, created the initial structure. Over eons, as the dome rose, it was relentlessly attacked by the elements. Wind and water stripped away the layers of rock, starting from the top and working their way down. The different types of rock eroded at different rates, with the harder, more resistant layers forming the circular ridges we see today, and the softer layers washing away to form the valleys between them. In this view, the Eye of the Sahara is not a relic of human ingenuity, but a spectacular testament to Earth's own geological artistry, a natural masterpiece sculpted by time and pressure. The debate, however, rages on, fueled by the gap between what is known and what is imagined. Is it possible that the truth lies somewhere in between? Alternative hypotheses have been proposed, attempting to bridge this divide. One theory suggests the structure could be the impact site of an ancient meteorite, its cataclysmic arrival shaping the landscape in this unique, circular way. An event that could certainly have destroyed any civilization unfortunate enough to be at ground zero. Another idea considers that the structure might indeed be a human settlement, but a much earlier, undiscovered one, entirely distinct from Plato's Atlantis, a civilization whose story has been completely lost to time. The Richat Structure has become a battleground of ideas, a place where empirical science clashes with speculative history. For every geologist who sees a domal uplift, there is a researcher who sees the ghost of a harbor. For every sediment layer that speaks of natural erosion, there is a theorist who sees the faint outline of a man-made wall. We are left with a profound and mesmerizing riddle. The structure itself is silent. It offers no inscriptions, no artifacts, no definitive proof to settle the argument. It exists as a monumental question mark carved into the face of the earth. It forces us to confront the limits of our knowledge and the power of our legends. The narrative of a natural geological formation is a story of deep time, of forces beyond human comprehension shaping our world in magnificent ways. The narrative of a lost city is a story of human ambition, of a civilization that rose to great heights only to be erased, a haunting echo of our own potential and our own fragility. As we continue to explore our world and its past, places like the Richat Structure serve as a powerful reminder that not all secrets have been yielded. The Earth still holds its mysteries close, and the pages of history are never truly complete. We can analyze the rock, we can study the satellite images, and we can debate the ancient texts. But for now, the Eye of the Sahara remains an enigma. It is a testament to the planet's artistry, or a profound hint at a civilization waiting to be rediscovered. The truth, as always, might be stranger than fiction, and as we gaze down upon its silent, concentric rings, we are compelled to wonder, what forgotten echoes of time are we truly looking at?